Hi guys, so for today's activity, you're going to be comparing some gym memberships. So you see here in your Desmos activity, there are three of them, the Ultimate membership, the Basic membership, and the Epic membership. So you're going to be comparing these three to kind of see maybe like what the positives are of each of them and maybe where the drawbacks are. And you're going to help Mateo decide which one is the best for him. So I want to look at slide 4. Similar to your previous activity, you have the coordinate grid over here, and then you have kind of your directions and where you type things in over on the left-hand side. So first, this is going to be where you're analyzing your analysis of the gym memberships. So step 1 says, use Desmos to create a visual tool to help Mateo decide which gym membership to choose. Number 2 says, so you don't really have to do anything there. That's just kind of the general directions for this slide. Use the graph settings wrench at the top right corner to label the axes and change the scale as needed. Okay, so over here is your wrench. When you open that, there's a lot going on in here. Okay, you don't really need to do anything with the grid. You could like turn off the grid, turn off the axis numbers, turn off the minor grid lines, but I wouldn't recommend doing any of that for this activity. What you do want to do is come down to x-axis and y-axis. X-axis is currently from -10 to 10. That's your the range of what you're seeing on the graph. If you look, -10 all the way to, here's 10. You can add a label for the x-axis and it will pop up on your graph. So it's asking you to do that on number 2. Same thing with y. You're going to add a label by typing in what you're labeling the y to be. So thinking about what are your units in this problem with gym memberships. Then when you're done with that, you click the wrench to close it back up. And you can come back to that at any time after you graph your lines. You can open this back up and change your range if you need to for your x-axis or y-axis. So, okay, so then number 3 says, click on the circle next to your equation to change its color. So this is kind of confusing because they're giving you all the information and kind of hints up top. And then here's where your 3 equations need to be for the gym memberships. If you click this little arrow under plan details, it does show you, oh yeah, that's right. The ultimate was this, the epic was this, and the basic was this. So you have your information down here. There's even a little hint down here. You may use equations or tables to create your visual. Okay. Chances are probably good you're going to use some equations. So that would be what goes in right here. Okay, on your y equals. Now I will say it says click on the circle next to your equation to change its color. So let's do something like this. Whoops. Okay, so you notice these are both blue right now, and both lines, although one's a little darker, that's just because it's the one I'm currently clicking on, right? So when I click on each of these, that one lights up on the graph. You click on the circle and it just turns it on and off. So that direction is not completely correct. You need to go to the little wheel up here where it says edit list. When you click this, be careful because you can accidentally delete things. But when you click that, now you can come over to your circle and click on it to either change, you can make it a dashed line, a dotted line, or you can completely change the color of it. So that's completely up to you. I do not care which one you use, but that's how you get to changing the color of each of these. So then I could come down here. These are now different colors, but maybe I don't like blue and I want to do orange. Okay, so there you go. And then when you're finished, click done. So now you will have your green line representing y equals x and your orange line representing y equals 2x. And then you obviously have 3 gym memberships, so you're going to want 3 lines. But that's kind of how this slide works. So I just wanted to walk you through that because I know sometimes these can be a little confusing. So that's really it for today in terms of this Desmos activity. You are also going to complete a little edge elastic practice that is linked in the assignment in Schoology. For that, that's just basically to give you some feedback on how you're doing with graphing systems of equations and answering some questions about them. So if you get some wrong, go back and try to figure out why you missed it. And then that's just a way to get you some feedback of how this is going for you. So if you have any questions, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you on a virtual meeting soon.